Midday Kentucky's Nurse Appreciation Week is brought to you by Clark Regional Medical Center, a place where nurses love to work.
Welcome back here to Midday Kentucky. It is Nurse Appreciation Week, and we are taking the time to really learn about what nurses do. Today, I'm speaking with Catherine Lotzer from Bluegrass Care Navigators. She works with patients in hospice care. Of course, something hard to talk about, but something so important. We really appreciate the work you do and you taking the time to come on the show today.
Oh, thank you so much for having us and for celebrating nurses this week.
We keep saying you deserve a month, a year. We all really appreciate the nurses, especially in hospice care. Let's talk about what you do as a hospice care nurse and kind of what got you into that field.
So, really, I was very privileged when I got out of college of working in a long-term care facility, and I got to meet the hospice team. They would come in and work with the residents, and I was just blown away with the exceptional care that was provided by the hospice team that I thought, I've got to do that. That is my calling. That is where I want to work, and very fortunate to have that opportunity to be there.
What is the most rewarding part of your job?
So, there's lots of wonderful, rewarding moments, but I really think when working with folks that are in end-of-life care, you get the opportunity to keep them home, in their own home environment, loved, cared for, comfortable. There's something so special about providing care in the home when you get to take care of folks that have their families, their pets, and keeping them comfortable, keeping them loved is the best feeling, to be able to help families and patients with that.
It's got to be tough working as a hospice nurse. It's such important work. How do you deal with that stress and the grief?
So I'm very thankful. Bluegrass Care Navigators does a really good job of allowing us to have an opportunity to work as a team. So we have biweekly meetings where we sit down with those team members that were taking care of the patients in the home or in the nursing home and really talk about that loved one. You're in such a special time with those families that you need to debrief. Quarterly, we do, there's bereavement opportunities for staff to sit down and have remembrance of those patients that we've worked with.
Let's dive in a little bit deeper into your work specifically itself. What kind of care are you involved in providing?
So the hospice nurse is able to be out there and providing care for the patient, whether that be in the home, in the nursing home. We have folks in the hospitals all over town, and those patients are going to get care from the nurse that's able to help them with their symptoms. It's going to be there to help with the families, providing education, which is extremely important, about what is going on with their loved one, communicating with the social workers, the chaplains, the doctors, and really kind of bringing all that care together for providing support for that patient and family.
Are there any misconceptions out there about nursing or hospice nursing?
So I think with hospice nursing, I have met some of the most brave, some of the most inspirational, some of the most kindest, loving patients in the work that I have been able to be a part of. Some days we cry, some days we laugh, and I think that's really important to know that we celebrate life and we celebrate the patients and the families that we're working with every single day.
So what would you say to people at home, maybe if you're a student or already getting into nursing? What advice do you have for someone that's considering hospice nursing?
So especially with hospice nursing, you are going to be in that patient space. You're going to be in their home environment, their nursing home. I really encourage folks looking to go into that to realizing it's a privilege, it's an honor to be there with those families. Really work on your listening ears, because you're going to be listening a lot to families and to patients. And perfect a good hug. I mean, you got to make sure that you've got a good hug as a hospice nurse, for sure.
Because we certainly do lean on our nurses.
Absolutely.
Catherine, we appreciate you coming
in
today. We're certainly appreciating all of our nurses this week. We have all the information up on the screen so you can find out more about Bluegrass Care Navigators. We'll also post this segment over on our Facebook page. Let's set things to break, but on the other side, we have your What's Poppin'. You're watching Midday.